Let me just BRB. Okay. Does that work? Oh, OBS. What would I do without you in my life? Okay. Alright, yeah. Yeah. I poked OBS with a stick and it worked. Bonkers. Okay. Oh, did it finish? Well, darn it. There goes my example. I'm just too fast, too furious for this stream. Today's stream is about 3D printing. That means it's done. The 3D printer is done. I was trying to show you, but I can start another one and you can see how it goes because we have a lot of time to kill. This is the PC World of Tanks, correct. Correct. This is the PC World of Tanks. Now, let me go back to OBS. I'm not printing a 3D printer, although you can do it. But you have to get circuitry, and you can't really print that. Not yet, at least. So, anyway, where was I? What was I doing? Oh, that's right, I was running this. Okay. So, this right here is Maya, Autodesk Maya. You can use it to do fun things like modeling. This is where video games are usually made. All of their assets are created here. Yay! And then they get saved out and do other stuff. But what we're going to do is this place. So this is the window for the 3D printer. I don't know if you can see it very well. I can't really blow it up because it is its own thing. So I can't really zoom in on it for you, but that is the 3D thing I just printed, and you're supposed to be able to watch it. It was supposed to be cool. It didn't work out like that. So I did not give up the models. No. That I still do them. However, Wargaming said, why don't you come up with some content? And I was like, I could 3D print a tank. And they were like, well, cool. You should do that. And I was like, okie dokie. I'll 3D print some tanks. I got no problems. Okay. So there's that. Now I can close out of this. This is a very tiered process. So you buy the 3D printer. And it comes with like 2 files that you can hit, okay, print that. And then after that, you kind of have to dive into the internet and rely on all of its fun resources. Like how to hook up your 3D printer and other stuff like that. How to get the camera to work, which I found that out recently. I can turn the light on. Boop. Yay! And then I can turn the camera off or take a picture. Take a cool picture of it. So we're done with that. This is what I printed right here. I can make that big for you. So this is what I just got done printing. It doesn't tell you how to make these supports all cool like I did. This isn't the first thing I 3D printed. The first thing I 3D printed was a square. I lost the square. I'm not gonna lie. And then the second thing I've 3D printed, let me go back and see the OBS. So this is the second thing I 3D printed right here, which this is this on the screen, like, but it didn't work out well because I didn't know anything about supports. And when it came to be printed, I don't know if you can see that right there. But it's very spirally and easily destroyed. Like you can pretty easily pick that apart. So I didn't know anything about that. And then I found out that this website that I'm about to show off as a bunch of 3D printing stuff. And then I made this. This is a mimic for all of you nerds that play D&D and stuff. It's a chest that looks like a chest, but then it bites your face off when you try to open it. Not a friendly guy. He came in 2 parts, and then like the top part from here up was printed, and then the bottom from there up was printed, and then I just glued them together. Cleaning him out with all the supports was not fun. So those are lessons. Those are lessons that you learn while 3D printing. This one right here that I just printed with all my printing experience is a Sherman, a jumbo Sherman. And I'm making it really small just to be funny. Yeah, a cube. Like, it's one of the things that the 3D printer is programmed with. It's supposed to test your scale so you can see how big it is and everything like that. So that's the first thing that I printed, and it came out beautifully. It was also a cube, so no big deal. All right. I didn't bring a cutting thing, did I? I did not. Okay. Did I bring a cutting thing? Nope, no cutting thing. Okay. So it's stuck to the plate. The plate heats up, so it can the molten plastic. It heats up, so the molten plastic sticks to it, and then it just keeps building off of it over and over and over again, layer by layer, with a tiny millimeter thing. When you have one of these programs, you can actually see its progress from start to finish. So it goes, I'm going to do all this first, and then it starts building up your actual model, and then it goes out like that, and then goes up, and then yay. And then if you just want to see the travel, you can. This is where the blue line is this blue line is where the extruder is in its path. So you can see where it started, and then like, well, it created it, which is pretty cool. And it gets pretty convoluted really quickly. Okay. So back to this. The extruder heats up plastic, draws it out, all that stuff, and then the challenging part is getting it off of these cool little trees support things that you did. Bam, just like that. Pretty easy. Easy peasy. And then you clear the plate. This one's cool because it bends. You can flex it. You get the models off easier. Then it just goes back in there, and then I shut the door and I'm done. Now I get to remove all these fun little thingies, these fun little supports with some pliers. Carefully, with some pliers. Oh. No, not gonna do this. 1 second. Okay. So while I do that, I'll let you guys browse the internet. Isn't that fun? I can do that for you guys. This is Thingiverse. This is a community kind of like World of Tanks community, and they have everything that you can imagine you can 3D print. They've probably thought of it already. Any type of tank, any type of... Yes, the X-Acto knife would be a better choice, but I like to use the model snippers or wire snippers a little bit better, because it gives me that satisfying snap of freedom. Yeah, just like that. Take that. Yeah. Yahoo! I'm a pro now. Look at me go. I used another one. I use Cura, and because nothing in the unboxing of the Flash Forge said, hey, you should go to our website and download our slicing software, which is what that's what this is. That's where this is called slicing software. So you put your 3D model in there, and then the computer and the figures out how it's going to do it, and then it sends it to the printer, and the printer does it. Pretty sweet stuff. There's that. And we are free of it, of the excess stuff. Boop. I still got a little bit of things to take care of on it. Not a big deal. Those are easily come off when you do it. They're in the settings of that, and your slicing software will preview all that for you. I'll go into that soon. That's actually next on my docket. Because what is a tank turret without a hull, right? Like, why would you make a tank turret and not have a hull that it goes into? I think that's pretty silly, right? Whoop, whoop. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I might have took too much off. I'll probably fix that with some more settings. It's always in the settings. There's that one. Resin or bust? True. I haven't had experience with the resin ones yet. What he's referring to is there is a bath or like a liquid of resin, and as it goes down, a laser dries the resin, so you get better details and other fun things. They are a little bit more expensive, and I'm not sure about the acquisition of the resin. I know a bunch of people sell different types of these plastics to use for 3D printing. So like you can do more heat resistant stuff. You can do harder stuff for tools if you want to make tools that are just around the house things. Here's a 3D printed hammer that you can use and just bonk people with it. I'm not advocating that you should bonk people with a 3D printed hammer. I'm just saying it's pretty. Oh, you got a photon mono? Okay. Do you do miniature games? Like, do you cheat them out? You cheat out those models? Because I know I've been solicited already at my gaming store with some of my talkings of 3D printing. They're like, oh, hey, can you print this out for me? Well, yeah, I could. A big problem with 3D printing is, for me, I like my models a specific way. Like, this thing was printed out, right? But the way it was designed to go from the bottom up, so it spirals out. And even if I had all those supports, I'm still getting the same type of issue as the first one, but just not as bad. I don't speak that language, I'm sorry. It's a weird Russian Cyrillic language. Is that what that is? Cyrillic? I believe it's Cyrillic. Yeah. So there's that. Now, lucky for you, I have another file I can print. So we're going to close this preview. We're going to delete this. Oh, I got a plastic thingy in my keyboard. Come on. All right, cool. That's out. So we're gonna file. Is that file? No. Oh, hang on. There it goes. 3. There we go. That one. Let's do the hole. Okay. This usually happens all the time. But it's okay. Hi, Sergeant! Mage skills. You just hit repair model, and it goes, I repaired it, and I have no idea what was wrong with it. If I took it into Maya, I could probably figure it out, but I don't wanna. I just want to do that. So this is how it goes. And if I hit start slicing, and I go to slice with all these settings, just as they are, it's just going to print out this. When I go to slice preview, that's what it does. Now, none of this is supported, so it's going to have major problems. So I have to actually go in there and tell it to don't be a dummy. I need that to be supported. Because you build up things weird. I don't like computers. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. They're very shifty. So we're going to close that. Go to start slicing. And then support types. I like tree-like ones. Shell 3. Cool. Raft. Okay, it has all my same ones. Alright. Go back in here. This one has supports, which brings up a support menu. And then you hit auto supports. And it does it for you. Isn't that cool? Look at that. All the supports. Now they're a little thick for my taste. So we're just gonna go down to 2 millimeters. Remove them. Nope. Clear them and then auto add. So that way it's a little bit easier to make that stuff. Let's see what linear does. No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it manually. Okay, so now this is fun, but this is a pain in the butt to remove. I'm not gonna lie. I tried this, did not work for me. So that's kind of why I went back to tree-like. Went auto supports because it does it all that just like that, and it's easier to remove. And then I can manually add some. Oh no. Add. Alright, well that's new for me. Because I don't think that one is very supported. These controls are backwards from my controls. I don't think I can do that. Okay, well, I'll trust it. We'll trust the process. That's what my nephew always says. Go back. Now I have all the supports in place. Now I can hit start slicing. Slice it. And then it goes into the slicing thing. And boom. It's sliced. Ready to print. So I just go file. Oh, this one is weird. So you go to local save and then you go send to printer. And then you hit OK. And then it's going. It's there! Yay! Let me clean the nozzle real quick before it gets hot. I gotta wait for it to get hot to clean the nozzle. But here is the cool video of it happening live. Yay! Okay. Now. Yeah, just like that. That is pretty much what 3D printing is. I will go and get something from the internet to also 3D print. So some of these they never tested. Some of these, like this one, like, I don't know if that works or not. But you can just go search Thingiverse. Yeah. Bye. Have fun with dinner. I have to go on a diet because I went to Pennsylvania and went to the fair. And when I went to the fair, I got fat. Did you know that there's a Boston cream funnel cake? Like, that exists. That's a thing. I didn't either until I went to that fair. Oh, sorry. What was I doing? Tank. Ooh. Making weird noises. Okay, it's part of the process. There we go. Okay. Alright, we're good. You gotta make sure the first layer goes down. Otherwise, bad things happen to your model. Like right now, I'll show you what's going on. You're not getting what? Where's the light? Where's the light? Okay, I can't really zoom in or do anything with that camera. But in the back, in that shadow, it's kind of sticking up. It looks like it's okay now. Okay, yeah, it's okay. In the back, I can actually show you in here. Look at this. I close that though. Close this. What is happening is in the back, in this area, one of the first layers is sticking up. It's okay though because it has all of these other things that it has to put down first. So when you start out printing, they say do like a raft or a brim. So like it starts extruding and it starts flowing after that. Yeah, drops are tomorrow. Actually deep fry a Twinkie? Yes, those were there too. They had deep fried Twinkies and Oreos. They also had deep fried pierogies, which they're already fried, but they do it again and it's delicious. They also, what else did they do that I eat? I ate everything on a stick. They took like the batter that you put on fish normally and they put it on chicken. And they just stick a stick through it. And then they put a Hawaiian sweet roll on top. And that was one of my dinners, was everything on a stick. I also had sweet corn on a stick. Which, you know. Yeah, corn. It's usually on a stick, but it was pretty good. It was pretty good. What else did I have? I don't think I had dessert because I had some drama happen. I was talking to people. And we missed a lot of the last dessert stands because I wanted cheesecake on a stick. But the cheesecake stand closed. And it was weird because it was Friday. No, it was Thursday. Yeah. I was like, why are you closing on Thursday at 9? You've been open all week. Weirdos. Weirdos. And then, where else did I go? I went to Lancaster. The land of the Amish, where most of them hail from. Majority of them hail from there. Yes, and then I saw 2 plays. I saw Queen Esther and Mamma Mia. It was a really good time. Okay, back to what I was doing before I got so distracted. This one I think was around $350. They've gotten better over the time because I have 2. I have an XYZ Da Vinci, and that one was $600. But I was in a treat yourself kind of mood when I got it. And then the one that my work got me was cheaper, but it's way better. I don't have to level the bed like I do on my $600 one over here. I go to level the bed, and then I do a print, and then all of a sudden the bed's not level again, and then I have to go back in there, and the instructions for it are like, turn the front knob 3 clicks, and a click is like 90 degrees. So you do it, and then it doesn't work again. Like you go to level the bed, and it says, oh, you went too far. Go 3 clicks the other way now. It's aggravating, is what that one is. So I don't print as much as I should from it anymore. But usually the bigger ones that you get, it gives you a bigger build volume. So if I show you this. So this is the build volume for this one. And it's kind of small, as you saw. How do I get back to that printer thing? This one? Connect machine? Yep. Oh, sorry. Close preview? I don't know how to do it. Okay, well, I'll just use this example. So that's this build volume, right? And that's what I'm working with over there. This one, the big one that's $600, the build volume is out here. So like I can do bigger things in it. Oh, you didn't see a thing? Yes, you can print 4 things and melt them together or super glue them. If you are a 3D printer person, then it's pretty easy to easily figure out how things are going. Where is... Machine is busy. I know it's busy! Oh, there we go. Here we go. Oh, yep, see? Yep, it's bad. That's a bad sign. So this means that my platform temperature isn't hot enough. And the plastic's not sticking to it. So now we get to do what I normally do. Gotta cancel that print. Yes. This is usually what happens when you start 3D printing, is you go, well, time to start over. Open the door. You gotta rip it off. Throw that away. Camera. Okay. What's left of my build? Tiny tower of plastic. Now, because I was printing the first layer, I have a nice little film on my build plate that I gotta scrape off with the... This one actually came with that 3D printer over there. The $600 one. Like, you're gonna be scraping a lot. I had also issues putting stuff on, getting stuff to stick on that printer as well, the $600 one. We're gonna call him Larry, because I'm tired of saying it over and over again. So I put a lot of stuff into Larry's build platform. I put tape. I tried double-sided tape, painter's tape facing up, so like the sticky side would get printed on. What else did I try? They make build tack for 3D printers. That's been on my my Amazon wish list for my family to get me. It's been there forever, and they refuse to get it for me. I don't know what to do with them. What do you want for Christmas, Kyle? I have an Amazon wish list. Nuts. 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 Okay. So that's as good as that's going to get without me messing up the build plate even more. Like, pretty smooth. It should work out. Okay. This time with more feeling. And then I am going to... What was that? Where'd that other thingy go? Oh, okay. Here's my recent builds. So then we're going to go close the door and hit print once again. So I'm bumping this up to 220, and then I'm going to bump this up to 60. 60. And then you can also slow down your print speed, and that should help it stick and stay on the build platform, please. Now, this was a quick back and forth. This was not a quick back and forth. This was, now I gotta re-level the bed. So, the new printers are really, really nice. No, I'm not going to chew on it. What's wrong with you people? Done some drywall? Oh, yeah. Well, money. So, yeah. My family is very ignorant about that stuff. So, now the thing's warming up. And then it's going to go back to doing what it's got to do. And then we'll try again. The good thing about it is I don't have to slice again. Or deal with those settings. Those are done. But now, tank is what I typed. Tank. Enter. And then you get a bunch of tanks. Look at all these fun things. I think I got this one. I think this is the one I got. Yeah. This is what I'm printing. So you can see... let me... So you can see how his printer did. And then you can see how my printer did. Where did I put that thing just now? Oh, there it is. I don't know what that sound is, but it's not a bad sound. No, it is not smart enough to tell me that. I was excited about not leveling the bed, so this is mine. I don't know if you can tell, but it doesn't have those weird printing things that the one on the computer has. That is from not ironing, and his lines are really big, but it's really, really tiny. It's cute. So that's the one I found on this website, and then you download all the files, and then you put them all together, and then you can comment on it saying, "Oh yeah, I did do that. Isn't that fun?" This is a metal slug tank. It's one of my favorites. Yeah, there is a bunch of things you can get. Bunch. I don't know what this is. This is very confusing to me. It's like, hey, a tiger tank! Yay! Not the 3D model. Oh, there's the 3D model. So these are all the tigers. I think that's a stir tiger. Oh, I know what this one is. Yes, you can totally do that. You can put everything into this that you need and just have a motor turn it. And that's basically what it is. So like you can make fans. Like all of that is 3D printed. This is copyright stuff. Don't pay attention to that. Fan blades. Like you can do fan blades. Like even ones that you can do yourself. Sturmpanzer? Strumpanzer? I think that's right. So yeah, even like PC pans. Like you can just 3D print one. Or like the fan casings for your PC. You can get into it. It gets nuts. All you need is Maya or some sort of 3D printing thing, 3D platform, and you can just make it. Yeah, you could become Nocturna. Sure. I don't know who that is, but go for it. Spread your wings, baby. Yeah, okay. You can design your own fans. You can make cool jewelry, wind vanes, anything. I'm using it for the tank stuff. There is a tank on here that is very intricate. This one that I kind of want to put together. I'll just put it. I have it. I already have it. So let's just do the documents, and then we'll go back here. Close this. Close that. Delete that. Don't worry. It doesn't stop the print job. The print job has already been sent to the printer. Big tank. Files. Okay. Watch this. Oh goodness. Uh-oh. Doesn't recognize it? Alright. Let me open up another slicer program and see if it works. Hi, Quinetic. Good to see you. I'm doing good. I'm going over 3D printing stuff and aggravations. That's what I'm doing. No, I don't want to download that because I don't use you that often. Invalid file. No. Okay. Looks like I have to find it on the internet. Well, it's not there. I know it when I see it. Oh, I didn't talk to you guys since I went to Tank Weekend. When I was there, you might have saw it in What's Next. There is an RC tank. People? Enthusiasts, I would say. People that like that stuff. Anyway. They do RC tanks. And they are big and intricate. And I was really interested in making one on the stream and things like that. And to save on costs, I was going to do the gearbox myself with 3D printing. Buy some motors. The proper motors. And then I was thinking about maybe upscaling it to shoot Nerf darts. So, yeah. Yes, the material is super cheap. It's $20 for a spool, and the spools last forever. They, like, a really long time. I've printed so much, messed up so much, and I still have enough to keep going. You can also get different materials and print them that have different properties. So there is a TPU material. It's like this purple stuff that prints out. You have to print it out a little cooler because it's flexible. But yeah, so you can print phone cases if you want to. If you find a phone case on the internet somehow. You can also do stuff that's... Okay. Yes. That's what I was just talking about. So you can do TPU. That's the name of it. And I can print a tank track like that. Or I could just do tank track links and do one at a time and like snap them together like old model fashion style. So yeah, you can do it. The limit is your imagination, because you can honestly find and print anything. It's working. I think so. It's just really thin. It's scaring me. It's not as thick as the other one was. Okay. Like, okay, so this is an example. So all of these are 3D printed, and you just put them together with pins. How do you draw 3D print? Okay. Now you're diving into other things. So this one right here, you can technically build something in some of these slicer programs. Let's see. Can I do it? Okay, I don't think this one has the ability to do it. I think the DaVinci does. What is the DaVinci called? XYZ? You're sweet. Yep, there we go. Oh, goodness. We won't do that. We'll just use what I already have. I didn't expect that. But there is Maya. So, like, this is how you can make stuff, and then you can save it out as, yeah, there you go. Blue Star has it. Fusion 360 Blender, yeah, there's free ones as well. And then there is some that come with the 3D printing slicing software. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's really easy. So you just go to File, Save Seat. Oh, cancel. Export Selection, and then I was just doing it as an OBJ export, and they were opening up fine. In this suite right here. Let me go back to my stuff, because I did a. Where is this one? What did I do? I made something. No, I made something. Sports? No. No. No, not that one. Filming holder? No. I don't think it. No. Images? Oh, okay. Okay, I did do this one. Alright, so I got an Apple Watch. I'm a fan. Repair model. This is what it comes as. So I took it and I split it down here because I couldn't get the supports right. So it's just an old Macintosh kind of thing that you just slip your Apple Watch into. So I couldn't get mine to work because I had a case on mine. And yes, it is working actually. I can go back and show you. That. So yes, it's not furling up. It's not freaking out. It's actually laying down the first layers pretty nicely. I wish I could show you closer, but I can't. Can I? Maybe? Can I? Okay. I can. Look at me go. Alright, let me do that. Oops. See, now I done messed it up. Now I done messed up the whole stream. Slowly. Slowly. Okay. That's another thing that changes depending on what it's saying. It's saying 1 hour and 17 minutes time remaining. I have seen it go over that time estimation several times. But what's good about it is you can just leave it alone and it does its thing. So now I can go watch a movie. I can go get my car washed, do anything else that's really important to me. And like, it's just going all the time. As long as it's started, it usually just goes and finishes on its own pretty fine. This printer is a FlashForge Adventure 3. They make others. Yes. Okay, so is their material more paintable or accepts colors? Well, it's all plastic. So no matter what, you're painting on plastic. So if you have anything that like bonds to plastic really easily, then it's fine. Because that's most of the materials are plastic based. The only ones that are different really is GPU, which is still plastic, but it's just more flexible. And the wild orange color came from the purchase of the 3D printer. So, and it's free with purchase. And then I bought some other ones. I also bought a glow-in-the-dark one. So there's a glow-in-the-dark filament that you can use. I was trying to be special with it. It was a lot of fun. Back to my quest for this specific tank that I'm trying to print. Oh, see, look, he did it already. Look at this. This one shoots stuff. Yeah. This is what Crazy Boop wants to do. Crazy Boop wants to do this. Make a shooter. He's got camera in there. I'm a fan. Let's go down here. As you can see, if you can dream it, you can make it. Like that copyright infringement. Stealing business. Stealing business. They're just super expensive. I totally understand. Yes, I definitely agree with you. Not the first person to have that idea, though, as I found out in the keynote. Whole bunch of people already put together plastic tanks and do tank battles, RC style. It's pretty amazing. I can't find my tank. I know it's here. I don't think it got taken down. Oh, look! Stirve. Here, yeah, not there. Ag. They did the suspension too. They did a full cutaway of everything inside. It's pretty cool. That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to show. I know it when I see it. I know it when I see it. Crazy Boop, you should have did this sooner. Just had the web page up. Yes, you are correct. You should have had the web page up. But in case you've never met me, flying by the seat of my pants is definitely something that I do often. My family does not appreciate it. But what can I do? That's how I am. Hound. That's creepy. I think that's a Gary the Snail thing. Alright. Just trust me. It's cool. Can't find it. I can't find it. It drives me nuts. I can't open it for you because it wants my personal information. No, it's not Tuesday. Sorry, no Tuesday. But this is how you would normally do it. Let's download this plaything. Says it prints without support. So there's these tracks. I'm guessing that's for the drive wheel. Connector points for the sides. Alright, well, okay, so we're just going to download all the files. It's free. What are you gonna do? And then I'm just going to go to my downloads. And I like to be organized. So I put it in the proper place called 3D printing. And then you go like this. Copy. Go up a level. Paste again. I made a mistake. Made a mistake. Where's he? It's a mouse. It's a mouse stick. This thing makes noises and it scares me sometimes. Probably best that you don't hang around. Okay, so for what I just got on the internet, wonderful thing. Hey, it's still working. See, building it up one layer at a time. We're going to do this one. And just like that. That's how easy it is to get things on the internet. Do not ask me about weapons. I'm not allowed to answer that question. Where is my thingy? And then I would just hit support, like I showed you before. Where are your trees? Auto supports. Okay. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Do you want to clean that out? All of this stuff in here? Because I don't. So my solution to that stuff is to here, let me go back. Rotate it. Why? Yeah. Why? Rotate it like that. So you don't have to clean out anything in the middle because it goes up. And then when you create the supports, much easier to remove because you can get to it all. Yeah, it is tapered. Oh, yeah. I get what you're saying. Clear supports. I know what you mean. He's talking if I do the tapered side down. So I go that way. But I think it's still going to give me supports because it tapers out. So when I do supports... Oh, look at that. No supports. Cool. Alright. No supports. Yay! Yeah, do it like that. See? Learn something new. So let's go back and then you would slice it. And slice preview. And that's how it would work. Look. It is smart enough to tell me stuff. Oh, you can't see that. Here. Up here in the corner. So it tells you the time. And how much material it will take. So this is 18 grams out of 6.6 meters. So depends on what size spool you get. Yeah, always someone. Always someone. You can set it up to where you don't have to unwind your spool. You can put it on there, but mine makes less noise when I do it. Yeah, okay. Be an athletic supporter. True. That works too. Don't hate on the water boy. And then if you wanted to create something, I can go into Maya, but I had to go to school for that. Like, it took a while for me to learn this program. But yeah, you can easily create one now. They made it simpler. All you have to do is push that, and now I have a cube. And I can move the cube in space, and then I can make it bigger, which is cool. And then I can do divisions in it. And then from that, I can go to the vertice mode, take vertices, yank them out. And now I can print a weird looking T. Yeah, this one. I don't mess with layer height. That's one of the things I'm scared to mess with. When I was going through all this stuff, I was looking for that. I was looking at those settings. I was looking at those settings for it. No, cancel. True. Yeah. So. Layer height is 0.4. It's tiny. It is tiny. I probably should have turned that down. 40% is a lot. I usually do. Some of my other ones I did really, really small because I was trying to get it to where the supports were easier to take off. The other software I used to do it though wasn't as intuitive as this one. So hats off to FlashForge for their UI when it comes to ease of use. Because I didn't really have to do much with anything. Kira, I had to make a profile for this one because Kira doesn't support the FlashForge adventure, so you had to make one up. So I just found the internet and was like, hey, what settings do I use for this one? Oh, are they? Rusa. Oh, you did? What'd you print? that thing stays there. It's part of the model. Well, I'm just slowly continuing to clean up my model. In future streams, if I do this, I don't think I'll go this in depth again with 3D printing, but I wanted to give you a good peek inside of what's going on. Close preview. As you can see, it's going along swimmingly. And I learned enough about it to alter the print speed, make my platform temperature a little warmer so stuff sticks to it better, and increase the temperature of the extruder. I shall go on my quest to find that tank. I know I saw it. Big tank. Big tractor. Well, they redid it. Oh, they used CAD. Look at them go. You can also use CAD. Anything that puts it out into an STL or an OBJ file. It's just fine. They might have taken it down. This is the other thing I was going to do as well. So like this, you can't see it. Okay, so this is a high torque servo gearbox. I need this in order to run tanks, because tanks have a lot of torque and horsepower has to be divvied up like this in order for a tank to work correctly. And that's what I really noticed when I was there at Aquino. They all had RC boxes like this to turn the drive wheels of the tank. They are expensive if you do not 3D print them. For the most part, I will have to buy this and somehow find this. I don't know where I would find that, but I will find it. But yeah, so that's what I would need in order to make a remote control one. Look at him go. Okay. So that material that they're using is a denser material that's harder to print. It requires higher temperatures. What's the name of it? ABS? Yeah, ABS. So the one I'm printing now is called PLA, which is plastic. And then ABS stands for something, but it's a plastic variant that is tougher and more resistant to heat, and it's stronger. Like you want something to last as a 3D printed thing, you're gonna want ABS. I printed gears with it, and like they don't give. You know what you would expect from plastic, like a hard, heavy plastic kind of thing. So this is a car pulling on a gearbox. Between it, it's funny for them to show them doing that, but they did it. If you are into drone racing, you can do it that way too. A lot of people use it for drones. I can't believe they also make a version of the plastic that's called it's still PLA, but it looks like wood. So it looks like whatever you 3D print will be made out of wood. It's really, really cool. Showed you everything that I needed to show you. Yes. Except for that one thing. Darn it. And I don't want my stream to be going through the internet. A website. So... what else? You want to see me duct tape my hand to my head? That'd be really cool. Talk about to kill. Yeah. That's where I'm at right now. Let's see. So there's this one. Make it big. Make it big. Yeah, that's better. There we go. Now I can't see chat. Look at it, it's coming at me. It's 3D. Ah. Okay. What else can I do? That I've 3D printed. I made supports. Everything I 3D printed I use. I have a roller thing for my spools. Oh, you can't see this now. Oh, no, you can. You're good. I have spools that hold these spools. Don't break, don't break, don't break. Okay, I'm not gonna do that, because that's gonna break, and then it's gonna make me mad. All you have to do is reload it though, so it's not that big a deal. I guess that's finished. Yeah, I finished that. You guys have any questions about 3D printing? Because I got answers. I got answers. Oh, let's bring that back. That's like the only entertaining thing on here. I would use a Dremel on it. If you're a Dremel person, that's really fun. How much will it cost to print that? Okay, so the whole spool is 20 bucks. So like printing that this much is like a quarter. Or like a nickel, I think, a dime. Something really cheap. Penny. Because it's just extruded plastic. It's not too bad. No, it's not. The only costly part is getting into it. So like your time, effort, what is your time, your effort, and the amount of the style of printing that you want to do. Because if you also are into using like a jeweler or something, like you want to make models, the actual printer, this one was $350, but they range from a bunch of stuff. This one's a little bit special because it has a camera inside, but it's newer, so a lot of the new ones are like they're competing with each other, so they're pretty cheap in making a 3D printer. Most of that you see going on is the tree supports. Yes, they are getting cheaper. The one I got that's $600 is a pain in the butt, but it's not as good as this one over here. Timmy is way better than Larry. Timmy came in here and just put Larry on the bench forever, in my opinion, for all my little tiny projects. Because I don't have to re-level the bed every single time. Okay, so I did this one today. Just now, you watched it, and I've been working on cleaning it up a little bit at a time. And one side is better than the other. I think when I took off the supports, I ripped it. So even after I went through all that trouble, I still gotta scrap it. I mean, it's fine. It'll work. How large an object can one print? As big as you can put it to. So like if you could do it in parts, or if you are doing, like, if you go back to the home page. So like this right here. This is an ornamental one, so you can make that as big as you want, as long as it fits in your build space. I don't see any seams on it, so it looks like it was printed all in one go. And they just use special materials, like they used my mouse is over here. They just use special materials for it, so it's not too bad. That's why it looks like that. It looks like copper. You can also get into cool things like dual extruding, where your 3D printer has two extruders and they work together while they print. So you can do two colors. That's an example of it being printed. So that's ABS, and they just painted it up. More ornate style. 3 easy steps. So easy, even I could do it. Like so. All of that, you can just as easily print that. So however big you can make that in your build space. Oh, hang on. So whatever you can fit into this cube, you are more than welcome to do it. Uniform scaling. That's as big as I can get it. The extruder will be up here when it finishes. If that helps you. Okay, let me try it. I'm doing my best here. Show you like underneath. You can see that little tear from over here. How it goes up on the bottom from me taking the support out. So that's bad. It's not that bad because it's underneath it. You can hide it pretty easily. I took my modeling stuff out of here, didn't I? Because I am a noob. There's no blades in here. Oh, dang it. Oh, gosh darn it. As big as your heart desires. That's how big you can make things. They have a lot of cool things. So this is like a mask for your face. I don't know if you're aware of that show, Squid Games. But here is a 3D printed version of the Squid Games mask. And it can fit on your face. Pretty easy. Pretty easy peasy to print. Look, they even show you how to spray paint. Boom. No selfies allowed. Camera. Camera. I'm over here. Look at me. Way to go, camera. I believed in you. So I can go make things. Let's make something. Let's make a tank. Right? Let me. Ah! How do I undo this? OBS thing. Properties. Oh no! I don't know how to fix it. Cancel. Transform? Edit transform. Ah, there we go. Let's see here. Position 0. Yes! That's how you do it. And just like that, we're back. Who knows how to OBS? Crazy knows how to OBS. Kinda. I can fly a spaceship. Okay, let's try again. Messing things up. And transform. There we go. Oh, that needs to be one distance. And messed it up. There we go. Was that so hard? That's all I wanted to do. Oh yes, you so silly. You drive me nuts. You're gonna be the death of me. Okay. Yeah, it's a pasta strainer for a mask. You got it. It's just a bunch of them. That's how that works. Okay, making a tank. Making a tank. Okay, so we got a cube, and then we made some divisions. We did some spooky magic stuff. We go like that. Oh, I need to look underneath. I want to be perfect. So, what does the tank have? Uh-oh. I should know this. Oh, we could do a USR tank. That would be awesome. What am I doing? I'm making a tank. Gonna make a tank. It's gonna be great. That's this is a hull. I'm doing a hull right now. This is the center. And then this is the back. Just like that. There we go. Okay, okay. Oh, okay. I could do a Hetzer. Hetzers are fun, right? Right? I know what a Hetzer looks like. So we're gonna just do that. They moved things on me. Nope, not that button. That button? Yeah, that button. 0.5. Okay. I need to add another thingy. What am I doing? What are you doing? I'm making a tank that I could possibly 3D print next time. Or have it ready. Okay, so I'm going to do this right here. For those of you that don't know, Crazy Boop went to college to learn how to make video games. However, I'm not the best artist. I'm not a bad artist. I'm not the best. So it was hard for me to get a job in art or video games. So I did a bunch of things to try to get into video games and try to work my way there artistically. Go that way. And then that didn't work out very well. So then I became enamored with tanks. And here I am, community person that's streaming what I learned in school. So what I learned and pay for is not wasted. Because that'd be pretty bad. Who's responsible for the Yo tanks? For the Yo tanks. What's a Yo tank? I'm confused. It's not hard to confuse me. It's a really low bar. Honda tanks. Don't be weird, guys. Don't be weird. The new American tech tree? No. They haven't told me about the new American tech tree. I don't even know if there is one. I know what's in Super Test. Well, let me. Is this one of those leaks that I'm not supposed to see? Oh, that's them? Oh, okay. They did a dev diary that I haven't seen yet. Okay, I don't think you were in chat. I don't think you were in chat when I told you my story of Pennsylvania and Lancaster. I went on vacation recently. So, I did not see that developer diary. They're already on Blitz. Oh my gosh. Well, Blitz does some crazy things. Probably need to be balanced though, because Blitz is different. Yeah, I went to Lancaster and saw some plays. One of my family members works at a playhouse, like a dinner theater kind of thing. He does the sets. It's really awesome. He lives right next to Lancaster, and then we watched another play that was being held there called Queen Esther. So no, it probably does not negate armor. Shoot it into the hole, maybe. I don't think they have that nailed down yet. That's a complicated thing. Lancaster is beautiful. My favorite game in Lancaster is find one of the Amish people that are cheating. And by cheating, I mean I saw someone use like a tractor equipment, but they were pulling it by horse instead. I was like, well, that's cheating. One of the Mark tanks? No, I'm trying to make a Hetzer. I should probably actually I should do no antennas. It needs antennas. It needs all the antennas. Okay. I'm breaking my artistic rule here, and I don't have what do you call it? Inspiration. It's not inspiration. I forget what it's actually called. An example, a visual example. There's a fancier name for it. And I'm going to go nuts trying to figure it out. You don't do well with 3D art? You can do 3D art. Everybody can do 3D art. Okay, The Watchmen, you say that. However, there happened to be a book that my sister read while we were in Lancaster because everybody was bored. And we learned a lot of facts about... Okay, well, carving is the same kind of thing, only you get to hold it and turn it around. When you sketch, you block things out correctly, right? Like, so that's what I'm doing right now. Basic shape of a Hetzer. So far I got it wrong because there's none of this stuff. So that's embarrassing. But there is 2 lines that go down it as well on each side, right there and right there. And when you're working with 3D programming like this, you only have to ever model half of it. So I can just take that and go, goodbye. Don't need you anymore. Now I only have half the model to work with. And that is totally fine with me. So then we do... what's it called? I don't need that. Get out of here. Delete. This thing goes to edge, and we move that up to nope, up to there. Correct. Nope. Yes. So I need to add another line. There needs to be another line here. There we go. Now when I do it, oh. I don't think I need that. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I deleted this one, didn't I? Yeah. No, no. Stop being weird. That one. 3. That's our haul. What up? Okay, what's next? Okay, I got a little. I gotta put in a cannon, or a hole where the cannon will be. We can just take this and we'll do slide edge. Oh, ground's full. I'm gonna give her a little more. Give her a little more. Whack. There we go. Almost done. Almost done. Let's check on it. There we go. There we go. Not bad. 66%. Probably not going to make it tonight. Reference? Reference. That's the word I was looking for. That's the word. A bit too tall? Yes. It probably is a little bit too tall. But easily fixed. Easily fixed. Right? Also, there's a big square on top. So I gotta put the big square there. It's not just a... It's not a cheese wedge. Crazy boop. It's not a cheese wedge. There we go. And then it kind of dips in too, correct? Right? I'm not high. I think that was my one adult thing I could say. It was like that. Oh, but I need a line. Don't I? Yes, I do need a line. We're just going to take this one. And we're going to drop that down. If it's that tall, does the top layers of the plastic melt and collapse? Yeah. Why? Yes. So, okay, let me go back to here. So this one, delete file, recent files. We're gonna do. Alright, so this is what's printing now. And when you're printing it out, so it has a lot of detail on top, so I can't flip it on top. And if I was to print it normally, just by slicing it, without any supports, all of this stuff would not come out very well. So see how it's building up on itself? That's fine. But then eventually it has to start coming out. And this stuff right here is not attached to anything. So, because it's not attached to anything, it's not going to do very well. Like, it's going to try. It will go here, but it won't print. It won't be able to print on anything. And then it'll try to build up everything. So, it'll keep trying to make this stuff, and it'll just get messy. It'll just look like a mess. Because it won't be able to do any of this stuff without a support, which is what I'm printing now. If I close this, and then we go to supports, we do auto supports. Now this stuff has something to build up on. The program doesn't suggest supports. They don't. That is something you completely have to figure out on your own, is how to put supports in there. I was just reading buttons recently, and that's how I found the support stuff. This support menu right here, and auto supports. And like, I wish I could go even smaller on this, but it won't let me. So if I go back and then start slicing, slice it, now all the supports are in place. I'm not sure of the question. If you try to sand and you don't have enough walls built up, there's going to be a gap because of how it's made. Let me see. Wax in the front. Oh yeah, it does. It won't leave a large circle because it's trying to not build out that far from it. I'm gonna try to get it in view. So it's supposed to just come out a little bit, and if you do it right and you have the correct tools, unlike Crazy Boo, it will be okay, because it's only really connected starting there. So that's the first layer of it that just comes off. So you're supposed to be able to clip this off right here. Yes, whole bunch of it is learned from experience. All of it learned from experience. So this little support right here, that's what it gets built off of. And then it just keeps going up, and you're supposed to be able to take it off right here with a sharp knife or something. If you try to sand it, you see these layers right now, so you're going to be digging into this layer, and you can go in your settings and increase this layer with the slicing stuff. So if you go into general, first layer, high base speed, fraction, shells, shell count 2. So if I up this, I believe that increases how thick it's going to be. Yeah. Okay. So I increased it to 3. So now I have the outer layer, the inner layer, and then 3 in the middle. That's how that changes. So if I was to sand it now, I have actually something I can stick with. Like I can sand it down and not worry that much. That also increases how long it's going to take. It added 17 minutes to it, technically, but yeah. You're welcome. 3D printing is really cool. I've learned a lot from it. And like, the more I learn, the longer it's taken me to actually come up with projects and like put them together. Because some of the models that you get from Thingiverse are like, they're damaged, so you notice how the program is like, hey, you gotta repair this. So like when I'm making this to print, I have to make sure it's quote unquote watertight, and that all of these vertices are connected. Because if they are not connected, it'll throw up an error in the program, and the program will like, hey, do you want to fix that? And also, if you notice, if I throw in one of those into here, it'll triangulate it, and it brings it into... Can I do that here? Can I show that? Edit mesh. Triangulate. Yeah. Triangulate. So that's what it does. It makes this a triangle and solidifies all the edges. Only it does it like it increases the amount. I can't remember how to do it. Add division. Add divisions. Okay. If I add divisions, this is what it does. Only it makes it triangle. So, like, editing this is a pain in the butt. Because, like, I have to go in here and I have to go and try to, like, figure out what they were trying to do. If I wanted to make a cut down the middle, then I have all of these extra vertices I have to worry about. Yeah. I am not familiar. I don't think the Maya I had that ability yet. Or I wasn't familiar with that ability. But for the most part, I would just go, well, I'll just make it from scratch. Because I know how to make it from scratch. Where is that? Is that in Mesh? Is that Mesh Tools? Quad Draw? That's what that is, I believe. I think it's Quad Draw. Yeah. Yes, you can do that. You can definitely follow the whole, like, putting a model tank together, how they have like a hole and then a peg. So you can do that, or you can just put the two pieces together. I actually have this here. So I printed this cool thing for my watch. It's really ugly. I think I'm going to try again. It would be the 5th time that I try it again. So, but here it is. So this is supposed to be a charging dock for my Apple Watch. It's supposed to look like one of the old Macintoshes. So that's cool, right? Well, I had to print it like that, face down. So I didn't have to worry about supports. But then I had to cut out all the supports in here, right? So what I did is I cut it right here, right, nope, come over here. So right there at the bottom where there's a hole, this part, I just made a cut across the bottom, and then I just glued the two together. But the model that, the file didn't come like that, so I had to actually go into Maya, and I had to make a whole bunch of changes to the polygons, and make it kind of work right a little bit. And when I cleaned it out, I didn't clean it out. It's ridiculous in here. Like I wouldn't be able to fit anything in there really. And then I tried to put my watch in it because I was like, it's only me, big deal. I had a case, like a screen protector on my watch because it's an expensive Apple Watch, right? And because it's an expensive Apple Watch with a case on it, they didn't put that in the plans. So like the opening that this isn't big enough to fit an Apple Watch with a protective screen. So my options were print another one or go to town on my Dremel. I haven't done it yet. I made the suspension. I didn't make the. Are you talking supports, Fabian? Because it's not Maya. So this here is called Flash Print, and it came with the Adventure. It didn't come with it. The 3D printer company has their own slicing software. That's what this is. This takes the 3D model that you've created in Maya, and then it allows you to put in supports, see the model as it will be built in the 3D printer. So this is like an extra step. So there's, you can just download it from the internet, or you can make it in Maya and then put it in here. Put it in the slicing software. This one's called Flash Print. There's a bunch of slicing software. There's Kira has their own, and then most of it's open source. This tank that I'm building in Maya, I was working on the Hetzer, because I like the Hetzer. It's fun to Hetz. Some things that are different though. The Hetzer has it doesn't have this part, so I have to get rid of this somehow. Let me go back to my internet reference. Yeah, so I have to get rid of that somehow. That's a straight edge. Yes, and then I have to do the gun separate. But for the most part, I have the general shape of it. You only have to model half at a time, so it's not too bad. Not too bad. And now I have room for tracks. So, oh, there we go. For the most part, I have the basic shape down. Maybe a little bit more attention to detail over here. With the vertices. There we go. Just like that. I probably need another line down here. Yeah, I do. So we're going to do that now. Instead of using my other tool, I'm using one called Multicut. And it just lets me draw a line down the middle. And I can switch to the vertices. And boom. Oh, look. Okay. So they're not equal. Not equal them out. The what? That means these are wrong. That's weird. Thought I fixed it. There we go. Now I have that tiny line. It goes straight down. So this falls straight down. Suppose I could do it this, like this. And cut across. And let me go back to you guys. Nice to meet you, Tima China Ma, aka Plank Tim. I'm just gonna call you Plank Tim. I didn't make a suspension, right? I'm trying to make an IS3. Oh, the suspension for the track wheels? Okay. In maintenance? Maintenance in Asia? I don't know. This is YNA. What's going on in Asia? Okay, Tim. That's fair. I'll call you Tim. So, to answer your question, on the tank model, I have to make suspension, right? Yes. Okay, I get what you're saying. So, yes, this will need suspension. Let me go back to close this one. Does actually have... there we go. Easy. Okay. I'm trying to use Maya controls in Flash Print. It's not working. So let's go back to that one. And then this one. And then files. And then tracks. Okay, I think this one has the tracks. Yeah, this one has the suspension already inside of it because it's really small. So like this is it. This one isn't really movable. But you can make ones that look like that and move. Because as I was saying, like in this one, when you go to tank, the STRVs that were there, they have suspension. Like they made tanks with suspension for you. So you don't have to go through that whole Maya process if you don't want to. You can kind of just tinker with stuff here. Tinkercad, that's the other one. That's another 3D, that's a free 3D printing, 3D modeling studio. Let me find this one. So this guy 3D printed a whole bunch of like springs. He put springs in there, metal, and these are all the arms for the suspension. Those are the links that he did to all fit together, and these are the pins. So then he used these as pins. So like that's everything to make one. This stuff you could find, I think, at a hobby shop, RC parts store, something like that. I think these are axles for wheels. And tiny axles is what it looks like to me. And he's got like springs, so then he put everything together. And then boom. That's how he made his RC battery powered tank thing. He's not as cool because he didn't put the little spikes in there, right? You gotta put the spikes in there. But he also he printed out a tank tread, so that's a pain in the butt. They have instructions as well, so you can read instructions. I don't do that. I don't do that stuff. Okay. So he's saying, I have a CNC machine motor rails available to help you build the tank. It's the hardest part to make on the tank. Having one will make it much easier. Okay, so that's what he did. He did CNC for the motor rails and stuff in here. That's the gearbox thing I was telling you about earlier in the stream that you need to make for your tank. But it has the more torque. Let me go back to this here. Let's see, 85%. Oh, so close. So close. But we are at the end of my stream. It was fun hanging out and talking about 3D printing and all this 3D printing stuff and everything that it entails. You got to see me mess up. Part of the 3D printing lifestyle. Don't freak out too much. There's a bunch of guides online if you get into 3D printing. So you can pretty easily find what you need to find in order to do that. I am going to try to find someone to raid. Because that is the responsible streamer thing to do. Is find someone to raid. Oh, Lady May is on. Let's raid. Oh! Where'd she go? Monday Moon, is she still on? Oh, she got to get. Okay. Alright, let's do that raid. There we go. And then it is raid. Did that work? I don't know if that worked. The site I mentioned that I was using is called Thingiverse. Thingiverse.com. Here, I'll type it out. And then I don't think that worked when I typed it out. Oh, it did work. Cool. All right. There you go, everybody. It was a great stream. Take that. Have a good rest of your night. And I'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.